Hey guys, Fearless Femme here. Welcome back to my channel. And yes, it is moving day for me, but I felt like, well, you know what? Let me just talk to these girls out here while I'm moving this stuff up and down the road. And you guys know the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion was last night. And so I wanted to go over that really quickly because we always blog about that. And I'm glad that they put it into 3 parts because this reunion had me so mad that I probably would have cut it off or not even finished watching it or something like that. Seriously. I heard afterwards, well, I don't know if you guys know, but I'm going to start with afterwards. Cynthia was on Watch What Happens Live at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, whatever time it was afterwards. And her and Nene did a lot of tweeting and throwing a lot of shade during Watch What Happens Live. And Cynthia was saying that Nene does not control her destiny. She was relevant before the show, during the show, and she'll be relevant after the show. So Nene kept tweeting during the show, you know, I'm not surprised our friendship ended. Who was I to think that I did something special or made a special friend or something like that? But the part that got me and that I'm trying to find was everybody is saying that Nene tweeted or Instagram a picture of texts in her phone. And the text messages showed that Nene calling Peter a bitch was Cynthia's idea. And supposedly she has this in text messages. So I'm really anxious and waiting for these text messages to come about. I want to see them. I've been trying to look in between moving. I have not seen them yet. But supposedly they exist and Nene does have them saved in her phone. So, I don't know. We'll see about that. But back to the reunion. Number one, I'm going to skip straight to Mama Joyce and go back. Mama Joyce, I think, was intoxicated or high. She was in rare form. I don't know how Kandi deals with her. I mean, that's mama. I ain't trying to throw no shade at nobody's mama. But me and my mama, yeah, I have to give her 50 feet if she acted like that. She tried to throw shade at Todd about the money and about she don't need Kandi to take care of her and this and that and the other. But Kandi really said it straight. Kandi was like, wait a minute. You want me to tell the truth? Or do you just want me to let you sit on here and do your thing and not say nothing? And her mama was like, oh, no, tell the truth. Tell the truth. Da, 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 da. So Kandi was like, okay, I pay you every month. I pay you $700 a month. You know, and her mom was like, well, all you give me is $700 a month. But Kandi was like, yeah, but you're maxing out credit cards. You own the home shopping network. You're doing all of this crazy stuff. So in order not to, all the money would have been gone. You wouldn't have had nothing to complain about with Todd. If Kandi wouldn't have brought you down to $700 a month, it probably wouldn't be nothing left. You know, so, you know, the truth did come out. I don't know what was wrong with Mama Joyce. I feel like, yes, as a mother, you know, I was a single parent for a certain amount of time too, worked 2 jobs and stuff like that. And I just feel like I understand her part about that's my child. I took care of her. I went through some things. If I got to get on the pole, I got to get on the pole. If I got to do what I got to do, I got to do it. I'm 100 with that. Like, I feel her 100%. But this shady mess she's doing, oh, I think Candy's getting married in 2 weeks. No, it was a week. Oh, she didn't know what remorse was. You don't know what remorse? I think that was the thing that Andy asked her if she was remorseful about anything. I mean, she was, whatever. I'm done with Mama Joyce. It was shade. She claims that nobody's going in on her for her actions or whatever. I don't know how true that is, but I am so through with her and her shenanigans. She need to act her age. She has a boyfriend. Like, she need to worry about getting married herself instead of shacking up with all these boyfriends and stuff. Because if you believe in heaven and hell and you still run around here sleeping with a boyfriend, you're going to end up in the wrong place. I think you need to concentrate on that. Yeah. So Cynthia and Nene, I was saddened by it. I'm going to tell y'all something about Nene. I like Nene for her realness. I feel like she does keep it real, such as myself. But I also feel like the fame and where Nene has came and gone to has gone to her head. I do agree with Kandi that, you know, when your friend says you offended me, even if you feel like it was no big deal, or even if you feel like you did not offend them, I just feel like if your friend says, hey, you know, Nay, which, you know, my middle name is Renee. A lot of my friends call me Nay. And like, hey, Nay, you know, you hurt my feelings, what you said. I'm going to apologize and make sure you're feeling better. I mean, Cynthia was sitting over there crying, and then he was like, I'm going to take my glasses so y'all can see. I I mean, she was just rolling her eyes, nonchalant. Everybody was like, okay, the girl is over here in tears. I'm not a waterhead. However, if I did something to offend my friend and my friend was over there in tears or something, I'll probably go sit by her, go give her a hug. I'm not really a waterhead to the point where I would have been crying myself unless it came to that point. But she would have known that I was remorseful, I was sorry, and that I value our friendship. But Nene, I mean, I don't know. I think they went through some stuff outside the show because, like Nene said, these shows are pre-recorded. They made up. Then when the show started airing, things went south. So I think there's a lot of things that went on outside the show that we don't know about, which is why Nene is so nonchalant. I do believe, sorry guys, railroad tracks. I do believe that Cynthia is no angel. Like Nene said, she's not an angel. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's an angel. You know what I'm saying? So I do agree with that part. And I just feel like their friendship is over. And it saddens me because they've been friends a very, very, very long time. Do I believe that Cynthia's friendship is genuine? Yes. Do I believe Cynthia when she says, I want the respect you would want? Yes, I do. I believe that Cynthia's problem is she doesn't get the respect from Nene that she feels like she gives Nene or Nene should give a friend. You know, what would have happened if Cynthia would have called Greg a bitch? I don't know. Nene says they will talk about it and get over it. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. That's the question of the day. If Cynthia would have called Greg a bitch, do y'all think that Nene would have acted cray-cray or talked to Cynthia about it, fixed it out? Now, one thing I do agree with on Nene, and some of y'all may not agree, but I am going to agree with Nene on this part. She said, if Cynthia wants to go on the back, talk off the show, and talk about things, she is more than ready and willing. She's not going to address this out here in front of us and in front of these girls because they have nothing to do with it and everybody's opinion. Kenya wanted it addressed right then so she can keep throwing her 2 cents in. You know, and I would have did the same thing. Okay, Cynthia, let's go on the back. Because this between me and you, social media, the public, the friends, everybody gets involved. It makes things harder. You know, I'm with Nene on that. Certain things are not, don't televise everything. And I think Nene's to the point where let's go talk about it. I have absolutely no problem talking to you about it. Not on live TV. These people don't care, and we really don't. We don't know them. We watch the show, we say our opinion, tomorrow we move on. We don't care. We don't know them. So she was right about that. So let's go to Kenya, and I'm not even going to drag too long about Kenya because she's an idiot. She's a straight idiot. Andy Cohen, you guys, I have been bashing him on Twitter. Y'all help a girl out, get a Twitter account. Let Andy Cohen know you're not happy with the way he handled that. Even last night, him and Kenya talking about, you know, everybody said the same thing. Get in my personal space. You don't know what's going to happen. Andy was trying to make it seem like, well, you don't have to get violent because she had the problems. Kenya said she was having fun. It's not fun. Being in somebody's face, waving an object around. Candy was absolutely right. It's self-defense. You are offending me. You are, you know, in my space. Back the hell up. Like, seriously, you don't know what somebody gonna do when you run up in their face. That's some high school, middle school. We learned that in high school and middle school. You run up in somebody's face, you better be ready for what they got for you. Her and Andy Cohen literally upset me to the core. Like, I literally started packing stuff and not even worrying about the show anymore because they upset me so much with this violence is never the key, blase, blase, blah. Andy Cohen, guess what? If you don't want violence to be the key, then I suggest you run your show in a proper way because you're not running your show in a proper way. You're letting people come on with objects and flaunt them in people's face and throw them in people's face. If you want to come on the show with an object, feel free to do so, but keep it out of people's face. You keep it out of people's face. And if you put something in somebody's face, okay, I'm going to go in this parking garage, y'all, so it's going to get dark. If you put something in somebody's face, please do it with the intent of knowing you might get punched. And that is my thing. You know, let them sign a waiver. If you put this in my face, you might get punched. Kenya needs to sign a waiver for all the props she bring on the show. So if she get punched, she cannot sue. Because all of the girls that are sitting there, this is like 5 against 1, are saying, don't come in my face. Don't put that in my face. You don't know what's going to happen. I don't care if violence is condoned or not. I don't care if violence is the key or not. We all have been brought down to a level where we had to react in a way that we may not normally react. But once you are brought to that point, it's a done deal. Phaedra didn't do much, but bless her, Jesus. Pray for her, Jesus. Help her, Lord. Phaedra did that all night long, y'all. Except for when her and Kenya got into it all night long. And if Phaedra not going to put them paws on Kenya, then I suggest she come with some better lines. I mean, she had some lines, but, yeah, whatever. I want to see what happens next week when the husbands are on. My husband literally walked out the room on this second part. He was like, this is ridiculous. You know, they bashing Portia. They're not letting things go the way they should go. Portia should have never left the show. She should have never been asked to leave the show. It was totally unnecessary that Portia was asked to leave the show. I don't agree with that. Kenya should have been asked to leave the show, or they should have put them on separate couches, because you're not condoning the bullying, the fighting, but you are condoning the bullying and the taunting. I don't see a difference in it. If they continue on, I don't know how much of the show I will watch. If they kick Portia off, or I don't even know who's coming back and who's not. Kenya may not come back, so she say, but I don't see that, because that's how she make her money. Portia may not come back. Nene may not come back. Cynthia may not. I don't know, y'all. Whatever. But yeah, holla at your girl down below. Let me know what y'all thought about this crazy behind show. And I guess the husbands will be on next Sunday, which is really good. Let me know if y'all saw Nene's picture showing Cynthia's text, that it was Cynthia's idea to call Greg that. Y'all let me know, okay? And I'll see y'all the next time we Diva Chat.